Welcome. For over 2 decades, Voyager 2 has been humanity's silent ambassador to the cosmos, drifting farther into the interstellar abyss. Until now, suddenly the aging probe has begun transmitting something unexpected. Not the familiar streams of cosmic rays or solar wind data, but a distorted, pulsating signal, a message. Scientists at NASA and the world's leading observatories are scrambling to decode the transmission. Is it a malfunction? An echo from some unknown cosmic phenom? Or something far more unsettling? The signal repeats in no known patterns, its structure defying all human cryptographic models. One thing is clear: we are not alone. But who or what is sending it? And why now? Some researchers whispered of an ancient intelligence lying in wait beyond our solar system, and it's now reaching out. Others fear it may not be a message at all, but a warning, a harbinger of something vast, something incomprehensible, now turning its gaze towards Earth. Are we doomed? Or is this the first step towards an encounter beyond our wildest dreams? The world holds its breath as scientists race against time before whatever awaits us in the dark decides to make itself known. The signal has been received. The question now is, do we dare answer?
For almost half a century, Voyager 2 has gone farther than any human-engineered object ever sent into the universe, passing through the outer planets of the solar system and pushing into the unseen edge known as the heliopause, the point where the sun's magnetic field stops and real interstellar space begins. Originally built to last only 5 years for a mission, the spacecraft has survived generations of scientists, engineers, and dreamers. Since its launch in 1977, Voyager 2 has functioned not only as a spacecraft, but as a symbol of humanity's desire to explore, to learn, and in the end, to communicate with the unknown. But now, that long, silent journey has been turned into a crisis drama. And in the most literal way possible, Voyager 2 has just done that. It turned. Over 12 billion miles from home, in an area where human influence is just a faint whisper, the spacecraft made an impossible choice. Without direction, without procedure or prodding, it altered course. It pointed its sensors and instruments not out into the limitless unknown, but backward, back toward the direction it had traveled from, toward Earth, the Sun, and the planets it had so long ago left behind. And then, very shortly, it sent a burst of data unlike any ever received. At mission control, the signal arrived in pieces, but what became clear silenced the flight team into awe. Voyager 2, the craft constructed with technology from the late 1970s and programmed to execute hard-coded instructions, had acted as though it had been making a decision. Through the months preceding the event, the probe was emitting its normal quiet telemetry, readings that indicated an almost empty and peaceful space. Since venturing beyond the heliopause in 2018, Voyager 2 had been drifting within a sector of space long thought to be unexciting, cold, quiet, and motionless. That impression has now been entirely reversed. At exactly 3:16 Universal Time Coordinated, Voyager's telemetry revealed a slight but unmistakable change in its attitude. Not a drift, not a malfunction, but a calculated turn. Its high-gain antenna, always aimed at Earth, momentarily swiveled. What is even more surprising is that Voyager 2 does not have autonomous reorientation capability, not without an order from Earth. Its navigation systems rely on preloaded commands and minimal software. It's not designed to improvise. And yet, it did. From the data logs, the reorientation of the antenna was computed, efficient, and then, after a hesitation, it went back to its original heading. That hesitation was no accident. Voyager seemed to have paused to listen. What it heard, or more accurately, what it measured, has raised alarms in the community of astrophysicists. Its instruments captured a spike in several streams of sensors during that momentary lapse. Magnetometers spiked. Dormant particle detectors, which had not produced significant data in years, sprang to life. And most ominously, the plasma wave subsystem, the unit that was supposed to find electromagnetic plasma oscillations, recorded something. Not any kind of signal, but a narrowband transmission. It was rhythmic, formal, and unmistakably artificial. It pulsed with mathematical certainty, oscillating in a manner which could not have been achieved by natural means. For perspective, Voyager 2 has sailed past the gas giants, through the solar wind, and into space. It has been exposed to cosmic radiation, planetary magnetospheres, and solar flares. But never once has it picked up a signal such as this. And the most confounding aspect? The signal was short range. That indicates something was close to the spacecraft. Something had moved up, trailed, or maybe had been sitting there waiting, camouflaged. Whatever it was, it had gone undetected until this moment. With the vastness of space and limitations of long-range observation, the notion that something, the object, or intelligence, could move undetected isn't beyond the realm of imagination. But what the implications would be are mind-boggling. Scientists have long theorized about extraterrestrial intelligence, generally in the form of far-off radio signals or optical flares from stars hundreds or thousands of light-years away. This wasn't either. This was local. Instantaneous. Voyager wasn't only getting a signal, it was being observed. The readings in the plasma waves indicated something more than artificial signal activity. They indicated a perturbation of the interstellar medium. This part of space, though very tenuous, is filled with charged and neutral particles influenced by magnetic fields. But what Voyager 2 detected resembled a ripple, and structured ripple, the type which theory predicted under the influence of gravitational disturbances. Except that there was no known celestial object close by. No black hole, no asteroid, no lone planet. Nothing we have any knowledge of could have done it. Then arrived the anomaly that shattered everything. For 22 minutes, Voyager 2 started sending packets of data that had no meaning. Engineers initially thought they were garbled by cosmic noise, but examination showed the data fulfilled all checksum tests. It wasn't garbled, it was intentional. The packets took on a shape that resembled a programming language. Binary in structure, to be sure, but not of any recognized syntax. There were nested patterns, repeating sequences, and what some analysts thought might be recursive logic, loops inside loops. The code even appeared to be self-referential, hinting at the potential for self-editing subroutines. Voyager 2, a ship without artificial intelligence or learning capacity, had somehow become a channel, a doorway. Something had interfaced with it. And importantly, the orientation shift took place precisely 10 hours following the registration of a high-energy neutrino burst in the IceCube Neutrino Observatory in Antarctica. The neutrinos had come from the same region of space Voyager had just traversed. This was not an accident. Neutrinos don't often interact with matter. They zip through planets as if none existed. For Earthbound detectors to be able to see a burst that strong, and for it to coincide so exactly with Voyager's time of departure, can only mean one thing: whatever caused the neutrinos happened with great power. With tremendous energy. And probably on purpose. The timing suggests that Voyager moved through a place that was not empty by any means. It was inhabited. And whatever was there reacted, not with a long-distance signal, but with proximity. Voyager's turn was not mechanical. It was reactive. Nearly sentient. Even more unsettling was what followed. Hidden in the binary signal was a recurring visual pattern, a geometric shape consisting of 3 interconnected spirals, creating a type of whirlpool. The pattern did not exist in human culture, language, or science. And yet, it repeated and repeated, stamped across the signal like a watermark. It was not interference. It was meant to be visible. To be identified. Voyager 2 has limited power reserves. Powered by a thermoelectric generator that produces electricity from heat generated by decaying plutonium-238, its power output declines each year. Every transmission now is urgent. And the one containing the spiral symbol was the most power-hungry transmission because it traveled through the heliopause. To make this information a priority, some of Voyager's other instruments had to be temporarily powered down. That choice, as well, seems to have been made autonomously. It was as if the probe itself knew the significance of what it had found.
As we all hold our breath, this is the silence before the star. The world watches breathlessly as the brightest minds on earth labor in secret, piecing together fragments of a language never meant for human ears or eyes. With every decrypted symbol, the truth becomes more terrifying, more exhilarating. We were never meant to be masters of this universe. Some say we should respond, reach out, extend a hand in cosmic kingship. Others wonder that silence is not our only shield, that the answer is to invite the unknown into our home. Government debate in the shadows, astronomers scan the void with newfound dread. And all the while, the signal pulses on, relentless, as if its sender knows we are listening. Perhaps the most chilling realization is this: Voyager 2 was never the intended recipient. It was merely a bystander, a passing ear catching whispers from the dark. The true message was never for the probe. It was for us. And now, as the final pieces fall into place, one question lingers in the minds of our souls on earth. What happens when we understand the message? The stars are speaking. The ball is now in our court. What will we choose?
Pepper, you know the real G thing, huh? How we grow, sometime the road tough side slow. Real patriots never buckle, never fall. How they get to run, that's why. Back from the boy, we not do that. Boy, who no can't kill with joy, who no boy. Who from your soul don't know what wrong boy. Yo, and a man bust a shot him off a pack up and boy. Pointed on him head back and boy. Pop off him strap on him friend him for door. None of that, no assumption. I saw the ground run. Power, married to corruption. Criminal, bred from limited options. 10 generation. I see the said someone wanted man will live long. Name one. Things forever buried with no done. Name one. One good honest politician. Name one. Get a youth resilient. Back from the boy who no do that. Boy, who no can't kill with joy. Who no boy. Who from your soul don't know what wrong boy. Yo, a man better boy. And a man bust a shot him off a back up and boy. Pointed on him head back and boy. Pop off him strap on him friend him for door. None of that, you a man better. Things risky, for the misfit. Death rate fit the logistic. Whiskers, I want the biscuit. Bait of crackers with the whiskey. You're not listening. Crime live here, so it's not visiting. Visitors, careful, you know what the business is. Murder, plunder, pillaging, oh, bloodshed in all the villages. You name it, you will live in it. Death reach a door, special delivery. Nightmare, tormented images. Vengeance, bloody cycle continuing, but know you seek that, but it's no revenge. Looking at the mirror, there is no different. Man, we full of, hey, and we know we friends back from the boy, who no do that. Boy, who no can't tell with joy, who no boy. Who from your soul don't know what wrong, boy. Yup, now a man better. When a man bust no shot him off a back up and boy. Pointed on him head back and boy. Pop off him strap on him friend him for door. None of that, now a man better. No assumption, I saw the ground run. Power, married to corruption. Criminal, bred from limited options. 10 generation, passing the said someone wanted man will live long. Name one, dreams of a lot with no name one. One honest politician, name one who. And get a youth resilient. Back from the boy, we not do that. Boy, can't kill with joy on the back. Boy, who from your soul don't know what wrong boy. Yo, a man better boy. Any man bust a shot him off a back up and boy. point it on him head back and forth. Pop off him strap on him friend him do it. But none of that to that. Yo, you know the thing going on, suck a seat up a beat, you know. Hey man, take your time man. Come on, man. To them pepper.